A team of researchers from the United Kingdom are putting forth an intriguing proposition: what if dogs could help detect COVID-19? A team of researchers from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine wants to explore the potential of using dogs to detect COVID-19 in people who may have developed the disease.
If you're new to the channel or a long-time viewer, go ahead and smash that like button so more people can watch this video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so you can be the first of your friends to get this secret insider knowledge. Click the first link in the description to discover the step-by-step method to boosting your immune system and supercharge your body.
This idea came from the fact that canines are very adept at picking up on subtle signs of illness thanks to their acute sense of smell. Specially trained medical detection dogs could be the solution to the crisis in the lack of testing that many countries are facing during the coronavirus pandemic. The dogs are capable of sniff testing 750 people an hour, according to the head of a non-profit which trains medical dogs. In fact, some researchers have even suggested that dogs can detect the presence of lung cancer in clinical samples and that they may be better at it than doctors' most advanced technology. Also, the same research team that kickstarted the current initiative has found that dogs are capable of sniffing out infectious diseases, specifically malaria. Medical detection dogs are already being used to identify cancer, malaria, and Parkinson's, so why not COVID-19? The scientists acknowledge the fact that it is unclear whether or not COVID-19 is at all detectable in a person's body odor. However, based on their knowledge of other respiratory conditions, they hypothesize that it is. It's early days for COVID-19 odor detection. We do not know if COVID-19 has a specific odor yet, but we know that other respiratory diseases change our body odor, so there is a chance that it does, explains Professor Logan. If the initial trials are successful, they plan to train 6 dogs. Medical Detection Dogs, a UK-based charity that works with dogs to help detect disease or assist with managing life-threatening medical conditions, says the canines will be trained the same way other detection dogs are taught. First, they sniff samples in a training room and indicate when they've found the scent they're looking for. This training involves the dogs being given coronavirus patients' face masks to sniff to discover if COVID-19 has a unique odor that can be identified by a dog's enhanced senses of smell, the Mirror said. Then the dogs would be tasked with detecting the scent on people, working the way a medical alert assistance dog would. It will take several weeks of experimentation before it will be known if dogs are able to identify the coronavirus. They also note that dogs can identify who is unwell because they are very good at sensing even small changes in skin temperature. Therefore, the dogs may be able to immediately tell who has a fever. If successful, the investigators believe that medical detection dogs may be able to screen for the respiratory disease after only 6 weeks of training. In the long run, the scientists note that specially trained dogs could be of service in spaces such as airports, where they would sniff out travelers who may have contracted SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Claire Guest, CEO of the Medical Detection Dogs charity, told The Mirror, "There have already been so many fantastic achievements in the dogs' work to detect human disease, and I believe they can be trained to sniff out COVID-19. When resources and testing kits are low, hundreds of people can't be tested in one go. But the dogs can screen up to 750 people really quickly. By identifying those who need to be tested and self-isolate, they can stop the spread. The idea of medical detection dogs hopefully will provide much relief. Many vaccines and medical discoveries can take some time to be classified as safe. And with researchers working hard on a vaccine that has been rushed to meet this pandemic, a question in my mind is how safe will it be? The groups participating in this research are using crowdfunding, so if you want to donate, I will leave a link in the description." The site says, "Dogs are one of the world's greatest biosensors, capable of detecting odors associated with drugs, explosives, and food, and are now being used in practice for public health. In light of the recent COVID-19 outbreak, there is a chance that we could use dogs as a rapid diagnostic screen to detect infected individuals, and we need your help to get this project off the ground. This work could be revolutionary in the fight against COVID-19 and to combat this pandemic. They acknowledge that they don't know if COVID-19 smells. Recent research on flu viruses and other respiratory diseases have shown that these diseases also interact with the human immune system and change human body odor. We need to be clear that, at present, we do not know for sure if COVID-19 changes human body odor, but there is a very high chance that it does. Are there risks associated with this study? Getting past whether or not COVID-19 has an odor dog can detect, there is also the possibility that even if the lab study shows that dogs can detect COVID-19, they might not be able to do it in a real-life setting. They are very confident that this could be a potential solution, but don't worry, even if it fails completely, they've agreed any unspent funds will be donated to COVID-19 Response Fund. So check them out. I'll leave a link in the description. Want to have a stronger immune system? Click the link in the description to get your free 5-minute guide to boost your immunity. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like and subscribe button so I know what to share more information on. As always, be safe.